Thank you so very, very much to Monir. I've now got the great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Etel Adnan. Etel is a poet, an essayist, a visual artist who divides her time between Lebanon, France, and the United States. Etel has been actually in London at the Serpentine about a month ago for our Edgware Row project and did an amazing park night reading. And we are so incredibly grateful and thankful to her to be back here for the marathon. Etel is an incredible voice in feminist and anti-war movements. She has published lots of books of poetry and fiction in many languages. Sid Marie Rose is a legendary book, a novel set before and during the Lebanese civil war. It's translated into over 10 languages and considered a classic. She is an incredible influence also on many visual artists. It's a bit what I said before for Jacques Roubaud, who coming from poetry has inspired many visual artists, but she also has her own practice as a visual artist and has contributed this extraordinary map, especially for our marathon and map publication. A very warm welcome to Etel Adnan.
Thank you, Hans-Ulrich, and thank you for being here. I will read the last poems of a book called The Arab Apocalypse, which I wrote years ago, the early years of the civil war in Lebanon. And I thought then that that war was the beginning of like a wrong turn in history, the beginning of an ongoing apocalypse. So I will read the last sections of a book of 59 poems. Oh no, the amorous storm sets in the west. The sun sings by candlelight the sad victory laid out on the slabs. A man has died in Beirut, a woman too. It's their first night of rest in a long time. Tecumseh Indian warrior climbs on Mount Arafat. 6,000 men, 100 tanks decimate the companions of the resistance. Oh, how cold is the ground in full summer when it is watered with blood. Yisrael Basha got ready for the revelation, Tel Za'atar perfumed with flowers. A young man and his beloved die hand in hand. The bride is welcomed by the sun. The moon covers the adolescent with praise. They sleep together on their bed riddled with bullets forever, forever. Wind-blown seconds are swelling the tide. In the sadness of windbags, drinking wine, drink blood, and lie next to an inanimate body. I go down the stairs of the divine comedy until Tel Za'atar's tell. Seconds are filled with sand and tears, and eyes are planted with fern. Doomed is a day, doom, dum, dum, splash, and doom. They killed the dream with an axe, with an axe, with an axe. I go down a waterless river in front of mercenaries. Their hatred is a laser, their glances are descents into hell. They killed Fedai's bride, lost her arm and her leg. On the horizon, children are advancing as birds on the move. The sun has spent the night underground, among the insane and the sick, and I saw caterpillars as long as elephants. When the living rot on the bodies of the dead, when the combatants' teeth become knives, when words lose their meaning and become arsenic, when the aggressor's nails become claws, when old friends hurry to join the carnage, when clergymen pick up the hammer and crucify, when officials open the door to the enemy, when the mountain people's feet wail, when roses grow only in cemeteries, when they eat the Palestinian's liver before he's even dead, when the sun itself has no other purpose than being a shroud, the human tide moves on. The sun is a camera which operates only in black and white. White, white, white is the color of terror. From their eyes, nothing remains but egg white and trees. In the underground back room, always black, is experience. The sun is counting the Earth's rotations. A concrete roof collapsed on 500 bodies, and the sun took the picture for the CIA's archives. Sun, camera, majestic lens, prints of the gaze, white, white, white is a result of the sun's clicking. The sun executioner focal point goes into action. Blood has no color in the tortured chambers. Infrared rays make writing on the bodies of the Arabs. Arabs are the red algae which gives its muscle to the ocean. A worker flies from hill to hill, stop, follows the bees, stop. He's a pearl diver, stop. He fishes out cartridges, by God. His bread is made of iron. He'd wander from wall to wall. In solar spits he'd read his itinerants. There he throw garbage in front of his former home. His brain will explode under a beam of light. He'll get transformed into a solitary mute, will be anonymous and tattooed. Arabs are red roots bleeding on a concrete floor. Sitting in the sun's center, I am guided by continents. Oh, millenniums of marches and water searches. Oh, caravans of hunger and curiosity. Oh, passion for space. And a species' submission to the cardinal virtues of time. The infectious throbbings of America's bliss have flowered the sky with parachutes. How to forget the rockets gone to Venus and Mars? Oh, solar crucifixion and powerlessness of the most brilliant of the stars. Between love and the tenuity of seconds, the sun is trapped. Where do you want ghosts to reside? In our wakeful hours, there are flowers which produce nightmares. We burned continents of silence, the future of nations. The breathing of the fighters got sicker, became like oxygen. There is in that breath sparkles of scorched flesh and the fainting of stars. We crucify Gilgamesh on a tank, Viking to reach the planet Mars. Imam Ali dances over a nuclear blast. Cursed are the clouds which repel water. Cursed are the Arabs who fell tall and haggard eucalyptus trees. Eye of Baudelaire haunted by violence, divine eye haunted by matter. We are future astronauts gone to lunar funerals. The last assault is broken on the Etel. The smell of thyme portends evil. Continents broke away from their moorings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A horse swallows its teeth. A yellow sun, a green sun, an extinguished sun, a green sun, a yellow sun. The poet came with blind words and empty pockets. I of Baudelaire mercenary, back from Angola, shipped by cable. I of Ibn al-Farid, back from the Thames. The gravediggers used coffins to build houses. On the wires, traveling dogs read messages. The radio gave the numbers and television the colors. I breathed the breath of the plague and they chased me out of the camp, throwing stones at me, throwing stones. The living had slept 59 days with the corpses, 59 days, not counting the nights and the hours. Mao or the new Rimbaud, Mao or the new Rimbaud, Mao or the new Rimbaud. O vigor of the sun in the crossing of the Yangtze swimming, Mao is a new Rimbaud walking throughout a solar year. O vigor of the sun in his flight from the Ardennes to Aden, Mao, the double son of Arabia, whom Rimbaud carries on his back. Hand in hand, Rimbaud and Mao end up in the Harar. They sign power pacts and walk in the bush. Mao crosses Lebanon on foot and the Rub al-Khali on a bicycle, but it is on foot that he crosses the great desert of Syria, which takes him with Rimbaud to the Great Wall of China. And this is the last poem. When the sun will run its ultimate road, fire will devour beasts, plants, and stones. Fire will devour the fire in its perfect circle. When the perfect circle will catch fire, no angel will manifest itself. Stop. The sun will extinguish the gods, the angels, and man, and it will extinguish itself in the midst of its daughters. Matter spirit will become the night. In the night, we shall find knowledge, love, and peace. Thank you. The map I drew, I noticed that a map is not about places, but about the directions. It's to take you to places. It is a dynamic surface. And that's why I have all these arrows, and the circles are where, of course, you're going. But I just wanted to emphasize the directional, the nomadic quality of maps.